This video will show you how to publish any Google Doc so that you can make it more widely available to a larger audience in kind of its final presentation format. So they won't be able to see any of your editable regions or any comments or things like that. It's just kind of a nice finished, polished way to showcase your documents. To do that, I'm going to finish my document. So in this case, I'm just working in Google Slides, but this would work in Sheets, regular Google Docs, most of your Google Suite items except for Google Forms. And what I'm going to do is go up to the File drop-down menu, and if you go about 3/4 of the way down, there's a Publish to the Web option. If I click here, there's kind of two options to either link or embed. What we typically are going to be using for Canvas is the embed tool. And so I'm going to click to embed. You can see for slides, we have the option to either change the size or to auto advance the slides themselves in presentation mode. And then I'm going to click this publish button where I'll be prompted, are you sure you want to publish this? So I'm going to click OK. And once it's published, you'll see that there is a kind of window here that shows you a bunch of code that's kind of tucked away inside of an iframe. This is the code that we can use to copy and paste into a page in our Canvas courses so that we can make our slides available to students. This again is one technique to do that. The other thing is once it's published, if I were to switch over to this link option, it gives me a new link to my document that's separate than a shared link. So if I just go ahead and copy this link, I'm going to open a new tab and paste it into my Omnibox. And if I hit enter to take us there, here's what a published slideshow would look like. So you'll notice they can't see any of my upcoming slides. They can continue to go through kind of the slideshow. There's kind of no wasted space around the frame of the document. It's just kind of a polished kind of presentation mode way of showing this document. If I wanted to do the same thing for a regular Google Doc, I'm going to switch to a new tab where I have one of our FAQ documents. I can do the same thing. If I go to File again and pick Publish to the Web from that drop-down menu, I have those same options to link or embed. You can embed a Google Doc into your Canvas course, but I also wanted to show you what it looks like to share a link to this document. So if I click Publish to make this document be available on the web, I now have a new link for this document to copy and paste. And so if I paste it here, let me show you what this document looks like in its published format. It's going to look kind of like a web page. And it's what's nice about sharing documents this way is more for sharing resources kind of outside of your organization. If you wanted to share a document or a resource that you've created, but you don't want people to be able to see all of this other stuff or any comments that are associated with it, it just kind of gives it a cleaner look. Much like if it was found on a website instead of just a regular Google Doc. If at any point in time you need to re-access the link to your published document, you would just go right back to this window to get it. And you can also come back in and stop publishing. The final thing I would show you is that if you still wanted to restrict who has access to these published documents, you can do that within your organization. So I could click this box, and now suddenly only people in D155 are going to be able to see this document in kind of this published state. Same thing for my slideshow here. If I wanted to go back and change my mind about having it published, I would just need to kind of open up this extended caret option here for published content and settings. And within here, I can restrict access to only D155 members and students. And I could also change my mind and stop publishing this so that that link is no longer valid.